How many times have you told yourself, right, from Monday, I'm being good? You prep your meals, promise yourself you're going to get 10,000 steps a day, train 5 times a week. If that sounds familiar, then it's not a you problem, you're not lazy. The problem that you've got is that you're trying to change your entire life overnight. Lasting fat loss doesn't come as a result of one big decision to change everything. It happens because of dozens of smaller decisions that add up over time and they become automatic, they become habits. So I want to show you 3 daily habits that are going to help make fat loss easier and help me lose 20 kg, keep it off, and now I use to help my clients do the same. The first habit is to move more, to increase your step count. And that's not because 10,000 steps a day is a magic number, but because a lot of us spend a lot of our day sitting down. And here's where most people get this wrong. They're thinking that they've got to find an extra hour or 2 every day to go walking, whereas instead you should be thinking about where are there opportunities that you can naturally increase your movement. Things like walking around when you're on the phone, taking the stairs instead of a lift or an escalator. You can walk to the shops or walk to go and grab a coffee instead of driving. Or if you can't do that, then park in the furthest bay away so you're adding steps all the time. Individually, those things might not feel like it's much, but they all add up. Those extra few hundred steps every day will become thousands over a week, because stacking those smaller bits of movement throughout the day is going to be much more sustainable, much more manageable for you than trying to go out every evening and walking for an hour or 2. Habit 2 is probably one of the most underrated, and that's drinking water. Now, most people are pretty horrendous when it comes to making sure that they're drinking enough throughout the day. And you might say, why does that matter? Fat loss is about calories. And yes, obviously calories is the driving force of being in a deficit and being able to lose fat. But what quite often happens is that people decide to lose weight. They stop eating as much and then they get more hungry. You get into 3 in the afternoon, you're starting to get cravings and you're thinking about food all the time. And sometimes it's not that you're hungry, you're just dehydrated. Being properly hydrated helps to manage appetite, improves concentration, and therefore makes it much easier to make good decisions throughout the day. So the advice I give to my clients is don't rely on remembering to drink. Carry a water bottle with you, whether it's on your desk at work or in the car. If it's in your eye line, you're far more likely to drink. Another useful suggestion is to make sure that you're having a glass of water with every meal. Effectively habit stacking it with when you're eating, which is also going to have the added benefit of helping you feel a little bit fuller, a little bit quicker, and for a little bit longer. Small habit, quite a big impact. The final habit will be to anchor every meal with protein. Protein helps keep you feeling fuller for longer, or satiated if you want to use the big word for it. So one of the biggest mistakes that you can make when trying to keep hunger at bay is saving all your protein until dinner. So breakfast might be cereal, toast, oats, and lunch might be a meal deal with some fridge raiders. And then dinner becomes the only proper meal of the day. And that becomes a problem because you'll be hungry all afternoon, fighting that urge to snack until eventually you do cave in. So instead of relying on your willpower to fight off those constant cravings, those constant thoughts around food, build every meal around a protein source. That could be Greek yogurt or eggs in the morning. And then something like chicken, turkey, lean beef or fish. Again, protein isn't magic, but it does keep you feeling fuller for longer. And therefore, it makes it easier to stick to your calorie targets every day. So hopefully you'll have noticed that none of these habits are extreme. None of them require loads of motivation or require you to completely overhaul your life overnight. And that's the mistake that most people make. It's the mistake that I made for years. It's not about making yourself suffer more, it's about how can you make life easier while sticking to your goals. So drink a little more, walk a little more, eat protein with every meal, master those 3 habits to start, and then build on that foundation from there. Because there is no perfect diet plan. It's about finding a way to make these habits happen naturally, and that'll put you in the best place possible to lose and keep the weight off. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, I put together a free training guide that covers the 3 main aspects, the foundation of what I teach my clients when it comes to fat loss. It covers the mindset, the training, the nutrition, and it's completely free. I'll drop the link in the description below. And if you have found this useful, please hit subscribe because I'm going to be sharing practical advice that you can adopt into your life to help you lose weight without putting your life on hold. See you in the next one.